Hi everyone, I'm an hysterical deaf woman, and this is my YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know if this will work. Is it on even? I can't tell. But I'm gonna try to set it up here a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna try to get out of here. Things are getting weird and kind of scary. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm very, very nervous. Not a good time to drive, and I got tested positive for lupus. It's like a third test where I actually have a titter of like 1.260. I guess the upper is more like 1.640. So part puts me on the moderate end of having a lupus. I mean, it's a speckled thing, I said, so it's more specific now. I'm gonna try to get the hell out of here before that car hits me. Watch the camera fly. So I've just tested positive on the ANA test, which really kind of means nothing. It's the most sensitive test for autoimmune diseases, but it's not a definite one. So you go by the symptoms of like my joint pain and things like that. And I had breathing problems earlier, especially when I lie down, lie back, lay down, whatever. So this is crazy for me to be sent out there, but what are we supposed to do? I have another friend who has lupus. They're a little bit older, but she was taking care of her husband all these years. He had stage 4 colon cancer and Alzheimer's. She's like a miracle worker, my heroine, my goddess. And now I'm using her as an example that, we got to take care of each other. So I'm going to have to go out and try to find some soup here. People are, clearing the shelves or trying to kill each other yet. More and more reports are coming out, and I'm getting more and more people. I have like only 400 people on Facebook, which isn't a lot. I used to have about 1,000 when I was really doing the indie movies. But I would say at least a third of them have somebody that has the symptoms of this virus. So that's starting to get kind of scary when it gets to be almost half the people, a third of the people that I know personally, or at least through social media. And now they're coming out with this thing saying that the loss of your taste and smell may indeed be part of it with some stomach pain. I don't know about the diarrhea. That's something, things that I've had to mess with for years and years because of my autoimmune conditions. Really unusual for my husband and a couple other people's husbands. I hear it hits men harder. So naturally, Mr. Personality, we don't need to call him that anymore. Maybe John is getting frightened. He's more frightened of leaving me alone. Yeah, I just got a death look for somebody as I was coming down the hill where I'm at, that grade, and I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm sure there's death. They have a lot of things to worry about besides me. But still, I'm a little bit nervous. I feel vulnerable, and I don't want to get the crap beat out of me. Everything I say in these videos is all just to learn how to do the editing and filming. It's all in lighthearted. I never want to say anything to offend anybody, so if I have, I'm terribly sorry. We're all frightened right now. I'll keep that in mind. We're all frightened, and fear breeding on fear. Or we have nothing to fear, but fear itself is somewhat true right now. That it's compounding an issue and causing domino effects. I'll try not to hoard if you try not to hoard. actually just gonna come over here and turn this camera off just for a little bit before I use everything up. So, yeah, play snooze. And let me grab this here and turn it off for a little bit.
At Cousin's Restaurant.
But, yeah, love you guys. Turn the camera off by accident. I'm here at Safeway and the place is jam-packed. Oh my god. So I'm probably not going to bring the camera in here. I just need to get in and get out very quickly. But thank God, you know. Other places, it looks, I'll take a drive through real quick. I don't want to take too much time. But yeah, no, it looked like a ghost town and people are putting up signs saying hand sanitizer sold here and things like that. It's really bizarre. But anyway, I'm going to go in there and grab some soup. I'll show you everything I am. Putting my soup down here. I feel like I have to hide it. Things are getting really hostile. I'm so glad I didn't take the camera in. You have to stand 6 feet apart. They have these yellow lines. And a couple of people actually got really mad at me. And I'm trying not to cry. Yeah, everybody's getting very hostile. There's signs everywhere. Oh. Yeah, I gotta quit doing that. Anyway, I'm headed into the Dollar Tree and probably grocery outlets. There's barely anything left in the soups. I did get something for Johnny, minestrone and stuff. Hopefully it's the right thing because everything is going crazy. I'll be back. I couldn't even get some laundry detergent. Get that done. There's pandemonium out here. Signs everywhere, people with masks. Apparently laundry detergent is going like hotcakes on. I'm having a hard time just getting effing laundry detergent. Excuse my language. People, what you need? Wanted to do something for John. Let's see what they say here. There are not very many people here. Let's keep that camera from flying everywhere. But I don't see signs on here, but then they have signs on everything. Filmed absolutely nothing. It may have been off, it may have been on. I don't know. I'm nervous as hell. So I'll be back in a little bit, see if I can find some laundry detergent here. I really don't want to go back to Safeway. There's a lot of hostility over there. And not just, the people are fairly nice, but they're staying away from you. People are grabbing their kids and pulling them away from me. It was more the checkers and the workers were, and I can imagine they're getting pretty upset. So there's lines like, you know, you stay on your mark. As if we're in a movie here, and if you go over that line, you're in big trouble. So I got spit coming out of my mouth and everything here. Anyway, I'll see what I can find. Sorry if I don't bring the camera with me everywhere. I might do a runabout, but I need to get back to John. So I love you, John, in case I don't make it back alive. Successful. Oh, and I have my mask in here in case I need it. I got some free and clear laundry detergent. They're even cheaper. $6.99. So Walgreens still has stuff like that. Kind of on sale too, so that's good. You have to check the smaller stores to really get something. The bigger ones only get deliveries a certain amount of time. Even had somebody tell me to have a nice day, so I haven't heard that for a while. Anyway, I gotta skedaddle and get out of here. go back. I don't want to go back right now. It was too upsetting. Way too upsetting. Way too scary. And I can't hear, so, what the hell, you know? I can't hear, so I get stand closer because I can't hear, and they're supposed to stand so many feet apart. And, stupid camera, I can't fix it. I'm gonna pull off. Try to fix the camera. Jackass on my tail here. But, yeah, it's difficult for me because I can't hear. And so when people are trying to give me these orders of how I'm supposed to distance myself, I'm not trying to be obstinate or incorrigible, I just can't hear. So, yeah. So they're getting quite upset with me, and I gotta get going because I don't. This is not the kind of thing that I do well with. I mean, I do well with people bleeding to death, maybe, and it stopped the bleeding, but with everybody fearful and angry, hurt, you know, all these things because they feel like they've been misinformed, and they're just scared. They're scared for themselves. They're scared for the parents in their nursing home. I'm scared because I have an autoimmune disease. I'm pretty sure. It's scared for my husband. I'm scared, you know. I don't want to do that to everybody. It's been a rough last 2 hours there. My mom and my dad didn't get to do this. Yeah. I'm going to drive a little bit, get back, and hope that John isn't upset at me. I did the best I could out there. Get as many soups as possible. They had some things that weren't vegetarian because we're mainly vegetarian, so I actually thought there'd be more vegetarian things. And what was left was more chicken noodle and things like that. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and God be with you all. It's the next day. I'm sorry I didn't get around to showing you what I got yesterday at the stores. My hearing aid broke off and I'm trying to shove it back together. I know this isn't the proper way, but most of the hearing aid places are closed. I guess they probably think hearing is really a non-essential thing. So we are on lockdown here in Washington State, and yeah, so there's nothing open. We're having to, in a way it's good, we're having to learn to take care of ourselves. They wanted something like $45 or $50 just to clean my tube out of my one hearing aid, which is why I can't get it back because it costs too much.
Since it falls into
inside, and I'm on by our sunroof so you can see me. It's kind of dark in here, but yeah, I was able to get some good stuff. You know, you can still get some progressive suit that I got from Mr. Personality, a whole bunch of that. The other things, you know, I get to help out, to help you, are some ginger ales. So if you have this flu, or whatever we're calling it, and you're not really sure, I'm still able to get some seaweed to help, like potassium levels. It's really good for that. You can get your garlic pills. This isn't the best. It kind of gives you a bad breath. But ginger is really important. Of course, you have your Theraflus. But Ma Hung is something that you can use. You can get it at Sports One still. It's really a derivative of Hetera. If you aren't able to get to the doctor and get the inhalers and things like that, if you have breathing problems and asthma like I do, can you see me okay? It's so dark in here. But yeah, oh yeah, this thing right here too, you know, this is all the things I got a lot like at the dollar store. I don't know if you can see that I'm holding out it okay. But new dishwashing, what am I trying to say? Sponges here. Sponges and Brillos. All these things you can get at the dollar store and kind of stock up with extra towels, because the virus, we don't know how long it can live on the surfaces. So to replace those things often can be done pretty easily at the dollar store. I was the only one in there yesterday, except for one person. He was in line, and he was about 25 to 30, and he coughed right at me. I swear to God, he like right at me. So if I get this again, or if I haven't had it, I'm in trouble. No. Anyway, what I did get was, these are the things that you can get there. You can still get toilet paper. Today's delivery day. We usually have our toilet paper clear up to the top there, and that's not during this time. We have that during the winter because we live up that grade that you've all seen. So we're usually stocked up with things like that. But I got some Simply Green cleanser, some toilet paper, a mold cleanser and things like that, because they're saying it might live on poop, so to keep your surfaces clean. There was no alcohol to be seen, no rubbing alcohol, no anything in the store. That is gone. So it's probably important to replace your shower curtain and your towels. This is my laundry right here. I've been keeping it all in a baggie when we first got this, just to make sure. But the other thing, I don't want to really be setting that there, and you don't want to store, you know, your toothbrushes in the bathroom. We have such a small bathroom. You can see it's tiny. So actually storing them like that, that's not my, I get these little ones at the dollar store because they really clean all your teeth. It's easier to get back there. But take that and keep it in its plastic containers and store it away from the poop, obviously. What else was I going to say about that? There was a few other things. We have activated charcoal kind of helping us. These right here, the Premium Healthy and the Naturalist, are actually really good brands of vitamins that you can get at grocery outlet. They're just the leftover ones from the more expensive brands. I've looked it up. I've thoroughly looked through different sites, many different sites to see, and they're actually pretty good. So I mean, if you're having problems with your electrolytes, there's potassium, and you know, this is good for your skin. We don't need to worry about things like that right now. But the mushroom thing I got fairly cheap at a health food store to clean everything out. I'm trying to think what else I had got. But anyway, we're hanging in there. If anybody else has some good ideas, I'd love to hear it, and how everybody's doing. I'm still a little bit upset today. Oh yeah, there's this, they ran out of masks everywhere. The other thing that would work pretty well, this is for painting and things like that. Our hardware store was open yesterday when we went by, but I don't know if, because of the lockdown, that's closed up. But you can get those at the hardware store. They work fairly well. instead of getting, you know, the regular surgical mask, you know, bandanas, anything. I'm not going to sit down. I almost sat on that chair again. But, yeah, if I think of other things, I'll let you know. To stay apart. So everything, gotta fly. Here we are. It's spring here, and the flowers are budding, and the bugs are coming out right now. Because I'm not really sure about that, and I'd love to hear if anybody's had any, my arm's about to break here, any problem with the taste and smell like we have, where even though we don't have the flu symptoms as much, we still can't eat anything. Like I said, we're just now realizing because we can't taste it. Everything is so bland. If anything like that is going on with you, please, you know, let me know. So, there's a few other things I'll talk about in a little bit. I'll remind you, everybody, to please like and comment on the YouTube thing. To go for a drive anyway to look for the balsam root with the sunflowers on the end, if I can even say that right. I had a few rounds, which I kind of made on Facebook, so I needed to get out for a little bit. Anyway, all our parks are. So you think Catherine Creek's closed then?
No.
There's the walking trails?
It was the Oregon trails along the waterfalls that are being closed down.
Okay, like Multnomah Falls is closed down, which everybody knows.
They've closed the scenic highway.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, Multnomah Falls is crammed like, you know, packed like sardines in there. Definitely no social distancing. You didn't see any of that. We were showing Catherine Creek the first time I went by. I was dumb enough not to turn on the camera. It was really packed. When we went by, it was kind of like that is. I mean, there's still little places here and there you can go. But anyway, I was making a rant on Facebook because somebody in China had actually asked if we actually knew somebody that even had the virus. And yes, we do. Yes, we did. We live in a small community. The person was in the clinic right before I went in. I'm trying to get these sunflowers as I'm talking. So that clinic was filled with the virus. It could have been all over the counters, all over the chairs, the magazines, what have you. It was a stupid question, I thought. I'm sorry, just a really stupid question. And then we got the flu. I had the flu. I had flu symptoms. Now we have loss of taste and smell, and our stomach's upset. But come on, you idiots, as I said. Okay.
Calm down.
Well, I wrote this.
It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. You need to calm down. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I love you.
Well, I'm just saying that I've been inside. I've had to live being inside for a long time and not being able to go out and do things, not being able to go out in the sun, not having enough money or whatever, lost my car, and I've been going nuts, and people have been thinking I'm very weak or not taking. I'm just saying that fibromyalgia and lupus and some of these women diseases might be taken a little bit more seriously now that there are things we don't know about. and get more testing done for all these things. I've had to finally, get my act together when I don't feel well. I'm trying to figure out what I can do when I do feel well. And that means, doing art, taking art classes online, taking virtual museum tours, making movies like we're doing, taking drives. We can do this. America, we can do this. You don't always need to be out, drinking and going out to eat. Where are we going?
You're gonna get some gas.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's a little upsetting to me that people are saying, oh, I can't self-isolate, I can't do this. Well, now you know what it's like for me. And I know you can do it. Now, not so many people are going to be saying that I'm the weenie that I am, because it's been very, very difficult. It's taken years to figure out how to do this. And you end up not liking yourself very much when you're sick with an illness that nobody really thinks exists until it finally gets proven. Anyway, I'm going to put this down that he is going to get some gas, and I'm going to continue my rant maybe. Yeah. A lot of them are tested already. So, when you have things like that, when you have fibromyalgia, it could indeed be something viral that has gone around. I find it a little hard to believe that suddenly half of the women of the world suddenly woke up with this thing called fibromyalgia, and that they think that has something to do with the fact that it's a menstrual cycle, or maybe we're upset, it's stress, unless you want to call it a me virus, which I kind of call some of the things that I had. Because that's what lupus is, that's what fibromyalgia is. When you have flare-ups, it does come from stress. We might all have these things in us anyway, like cancers, and then it flares up. Especially when it comes to you. There are people saying that they know for sure this and that about, what's going on with you. And, it just reminds me too much of people, saying they know for sure what's going on with me.
They say,
and like it's all fake.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it positive and try to be encouraging to the world.
Yeah. Well, I guess
that's hard for me to say.
Yeah. Well, that's how you say kind of when you're getting the gas. I was saying hopefully there's a change in a lot of things. People will recognize that there are things out there that we don't know everything about. Try the Dalles Mountain Road to see if there's sunflowers up here. It's one of the few places.
I don't think it's going to be it's still too early. Look at it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to smell again.
You're starting to smell again? Oh, yeah. I kind of started yesterday. I started to, and I might be nauseous from my medicine. But yeah, no, see, it's just up in the sunflowers are starting up there by the rocks. Yeah, they're all up there. Yeah, all up through there. Well, not, and then the yellow parts, but then you kind of have to get.
That whole hillside's going to be covered.
Yeah, it's not time yet, you're right. But, very ancient. It's not a whirlpool or something like someone made. It's very ancient.
Not that ancient.
Oh, it isn't?
Not geologically. It's only 15,000 years old.
Oh, see that? 15,000 years old? Did you say 15? Or 1,500? Okay, well, I guess in terms of, yeah, I understand. What am I trying to say? Geological?
Geological.
Yeah,
Archaeological.
You're right.
Archaeological time, it would be a long
Yeah, and I know. Hey, even Keith said that one day. I had to come on to say geological. Oh, wait, that's good. But I wanted to turn and look at us, but yeah, like I said, there's some pretty, oh, those are cool birds. Look at that. Oh, they're pretty.
Are those magpies?
Yeah. It's still on. Am I still on? No. I can't see if the red light is on.
I think they're called magpies.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a lot, but no, there's also lots of sunflowers up on the rocks. But yeah, I was waiting for the fields to be all, and then I'm gonna run naked up there. Woo! This is like the road I grew up on in camp, YMCA Camp, California. It's actually better. Yeah, we actually literally had to walk 3 miles to get out. Not always mom went to school, so we got a ride out there. But I've done that about that. But this is a fun road, and I'm going to turn this off. Would you like to sing? I bet you there's sunflowers up here somewhere. And I'm not a negative person. I'm not a negative person. I'm full of joy and happiness. I can't believe you say that about me. I'm so hurt. Oh my God.
I think you're a very positive person.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to remind you.
Oh, well, thank you. I thought you were going to say until. Oh, there's a mosquito. There. I'm really kind to all animals and creatures.
Big and small.
Somebody lives up there.
Isn't that place where we went up to? Remember, it used to be this whole ranch here.
Yeah.
We went up there, remember?
No, I remember because we went and took the dog up, and the dog ran up in the fields, and we turned around. We went behind on the other side of the house. There was a road that went up and have all these antique cars out there. Maybe people like to see them because they can't go anywhere. So there's still little outdoor museums, and then I told her to watch the whole vlog, but you could get.
Of all the money that e'er I spent spend